At first glance, the very idea of a fixed Earth, it probably sounds a little strange, maybe even impossible. And that makes sense, right? Because it goes against everything we've been taught. But let's just ask that question for a second. What if the Earth is actually still and it's the sky that's really moving?
Before you answer, just pause for a moment and really think about what you actually see and feel every day. Think about it. When you step outside, what do you actually feel? You don't feel any movement under your feet, do you? You don't get a sense that the ground is spinning or that you're hurtling through space at incredible speeds.
But here's what you do see. You see the sun rise and you see it set. You see the moon make its journey across the night sky, and you can watch the stars rotate in perfect circles right above your head. So every single bit of motion we can see with our own eyes, it's all happening up there in the sky, not down here on the ground. Which brings us to a really simple question. This isn't about emotion or drama. It's just about observation. What actually appears to be moving? It's interesting because scripture describes exactly what our eyes see. It talks about the sun moving in its circuit. It says the moon is appointed for the seasons. The stars, they follow their courses. And what about the earth? Well, it's described as fixed, established, and unmoved. So what we're left with are two completely different pictures. In one picture, the earth is spinning and pretty much everything else is still. But in the other picture, the earth is the one that's still and everything else is moving around us. This book, 200 Bible Verses Proving a Flat, Stationary Earth, is all about laying out those verses clearly so you can actually compare these two pictures for yourself. Now, it doesn't argue with you. It doesn't try to pressure you into believing anything. It just shows you what Scripture says, verse after verse, all the way from Genesis to Revelation. And something interesting happens when you see all of these verses gathered together in one place. You start to notice just how closely the biblical description matches what your own eyes tell you.
You see the movement up there, sure, but you also see this incredible order. You see patterns. You see consistency. It really feels like the heavens are declaring something real and intentional.
And honestly, that's why this is so important. Because the moment you decide to stop assuming the earth is moving, and instead start paying close attention to what you actually observe, the whole picture can really start to shift. This book is really designed to help you explore that very shift. It brings together every verse about the sun, the moon, and the stars so you can make a direct comparison for yourself. So how do you explore this for yourself? It's actually very simple. First, you read the verses. Then you just look up. And finally, you notice the motion. If you're ready to see for yourself, this book is available right now on Amazon. All you have to do is search for the title, 200 Biblical Verses Proving a Flat, Stationary Earth. So, let me leave you with this one final question. When you look up and you put all the assumptions aside, what do your own eyes tell you?
You don't need a classroom to create meaningful learning. You just need a family willing to explore together. This book gives you gentle steps to make that part of your everyday rhythm. Click on the link in the description to get your copy.